Kids safe, mother approved. You're listening to Voice America Kids.
You're listening to Steppin' Out with Kassey Frazier, the radio show on Voice America Kids. Help us discover America's next music star. Now back to the show. Here's Kassey Frazier.
Welcome back, everybody, to Steppin' Out with, of course, me, Kassey Frazier, on Voice America Kids Radio Network. Now with me, I have Joseph Fuller. How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Oh. Oh my gosh. Perry was writing down and he wrote Joshua too. We had a little joke before, guys, where we were calling, I said, "Hey, Joshua." For some reason, I don't even know, even though I was looking at your name. So, but hopefully I don't mess it up now.
Like I said earlier, I said I'll answer to just about anything, so we'll go with that.
We'll go with it. Alrighty. Well, we're going to get right into it. Sounds good?
Perfect.
All right, so now you're not a singer, but you play the piano, that's correct?
I am a pianist, correct.
So when did you start playing the piano?
I started playing when I was 5 years old. Young, my feet couldn't even touch the floor, but I started showing an interest when I was 5, and my parents took care of finding someone to start helping me learn how to play, so it's been a while.
Did your parents play the piano? Is that why you wanted
Not
to
at
start?
all. There's no musical background in my family at all. It's completely me. We had a piano in the house that was handed down from grandparents, etc., and so it was there, and so I pulled myself up on it. Apparently, that's the story I've been told from my mother. So
That's too cute. Now, when did you decide that you really wanted to play the piano for a career?
As a career, when I was a teenager, I was still, taking lessons. Things kind of started to take off. I started to notice that this was really something I had a great passion for. And then I started looking at college, and I think it was probably around 15, 16, I started realizing that, okay, I can turn this into something. And so then looking at colleges and stuff. So I was a teenager when I realized this was something I really wanted to do.
It's really neat. Where did you go to college?
I have 2 degrees. My bachelor's degree is from Sam Houston State University, and then my master's degree is from Baylor University. So I'm a Baylor Bear, tried and true.
Sweet.
We were in the news recently with all of the football stuff last year, so I have to...
You have to brag a little bit.
Shout out to my Baylor Bears, absolutely.
There you go. Now, do you have an album out or anything like that?
I do. I have 2 CDs that are out, both available on iTunes and Amazon. And you can hear me on Pandora Radio, just a little plug there.
Oh, that's really cool.
But there are 2 CDs. One was released back in 2008, and then this latest one was just released this past year. Which is the track that you have that you'll be playing. So that came from that album.
That's really cool. Now, what's probably one of your favorite songs to perform?
One of my favorite songs. It is a very old classic, just old song. It's called "His Eyes on the Sparrow." I get completely lost when I'm behind the piano when I'm on stage playing that piece. I have no idea what's going on around me because I am so focused and lost in that music with that particular song. So that is one of my all-time favorite ones.
That's really neat. And what would you say is probably the crowd's favorite?
The crowd's favorite? I guess it depends. There's one that's really fast that it seems to be, the flashier, people love flashy stuff sometimes, but a crowd pleaser that I play in concerts, what did I do recently that people really liked? I played Be Thou My Vision, and it's very flourishy, kind of all over the piano kind of thing, and it tends to be a big crowd pleaser. So
that's probably the one you choose.
That would be the one that I would probably choose. But, every concert is so different. You kind of have to feel the audience out to kind of see what it's like. If it's kind of a more somber evening, then I always adjust. I even make adjustments while I'm in the middle of my sets of playing. So
sweet.
Yeah.
So it's always something different.
There's always something different. I love live playing over the studio any day.
You're listening to the Voice America Kids Network. The show is Steppin' Out with Kassey Frazier, and we are talking with Joseph Fuller. I'm always going to make an emphasis on that now so I don't mess it up. Now, have you been on tour or anything like that?
My career has taken me in a couple of different ways. Still all with the piano. I have been on tour with opera companies in the past. Prior to going into studio work, I worked for several opera companies, and we stayed on the road for a while. And so, yeah, there's tour. Tour life is interesting. It's good. It's hectic though, so it's not all glamorous sometimes that people think it is. But it's a good life. You just have to get accustomed to it.
Is there any crazy tour stories that you could tell us that you have?
It's just the typical performance stuff. You can be on stage playing, or things are going to happen. Part of a live performance. You just kind of have to be prepared for anything. I was on stage with a friend of mine one time performing, and we kind of had a wardrobe kind of thing happen, and nothing crazy or major, but it was enough to notice that something was wrong, and she kind of had to slink off stage in the middle of our performance, and I just kind of had to play. I was like, all right, well, I'll cover this. So, things happen. You just kind of have to go with it.
Right.
I think if you take yourself too seriously, you're in trouble. You just kind of have to laugh.
Yeah, definitely. Now, where is probably your favorite place to perform?
I have a favorite place. I had the privilege of performing a few years ago in Indianapolis at the Hilbert Circle Theater, which is where the Indianapolis Symphony performs. I was the pianist for the Indianapolis Children's Choir at that time, and I got to perform on that stage. It's a beautiful theater. It's just stunning. You walk in, it's been well taken care of, and it houses, like I said, the symphony there. It's beautiful theater. Love it. Love it.
Love it. That's really cool. Now, if you could go any place in the world and perform, where would you want to go and why?
Ooh.
Tough question.
That's and I thought about that when you sent it to me. I thought any place in the world. Right. I love to travel. I just got back from Hawaii, and
Sweet.
I didn't want to come back. It was perfect. But I really enjoyed Hawaii a lot. It was so peaceful and tranquil. But I would love to perform there. I took vacation, but I didn't get to do anything there because I was determined to not work. So I didn't work. But that in Europe, I have not gotten to perform in Europe. So, Italy, anywhere in Europe would be perfect. Love it.
That's so sweet. Now, is there any place that we could go to check your music out? Facebook, Twitter, do you have a website? Absolutely.
My website's really easy. It's just www.josephfuller.com. And Twitter is, you can follow me at Joseph O. Fuller, as O is just the middle initial, Joseph O. Fuller. And then my Facebook page is joseph.fuller.music. So, that Facebook, and then / joseph.fuller.music.
Alrighty, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on my show.
Absolutely. Thank you for the invite.
It's been awesome talking with you. Oh, you're so welcome. Now I'm going to let you introduce your show because I wouldn't want to butcher the name of it or anything like that.
You're going to let me introduce? I didn't understand you. What did you say?
You're going to introduce your song, all right?
My song.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I don't want to butcher it. It's right?
Fine.
Alrighty. Is it, okay, you can help me. Come.
Thou fount.
Fount. Of every blessing. Alrighty, so here it is, guys. We're going to take a break. Keep it right here. You're listening to Voice America Kids.